Hi, I really hope you enjoyed that first episode and what a fascinating conversation we had with Jolly. Now, in this second episode, I'm going to be looking at some of the different AI tools that's out there. So I'm going to give a deep dive into AMPOLLO. I'm going to show what Ableton's up to. I'm going to show you what Splice is up to. I'm going to give you some ideas of what's out there. What you'll start to realize is that the more time you spend with these tools, the better prompts that you give them, it will start to produce better quality for you. So have a little look at what's available, and then I urge you to go and give it a go yourself.
The next one we're going to look at is our app AMPOLLO. So here you fall onto the AMPOLLO feed. As you can see, you can share your own videos. You're able to rock heart symbol, which is to like that video. You can leave a comment, post that through. Then you've got the option to share it out to the rest of the world or to report it if needed. Now, to get started on AMPOLLO, the kind of AI part of it is that if I press this X here, I'm able to choose a song from anywhere on the AMPOLLO library or in my iTunes, or import it from a device if you've been making something on Ableton, for example. If we were to just pull something from here, select it, choose your personal details, and it's going to go to our demixing feed. Now, what's happened here is that it's separated all the stems to this song. So if I wanted to practice my vocals along to this, I would just turn down the vocals, and there I would feel like I was playing with the song, playing part of the song. If I was maybe wanting to brush up a little bit on the bass line, perhaps I would do the exact opposite and allow the bass to play out so I could really hear it. If I wanted to go one step further, I would bring down the BPM and listen to it slowly. So as I got better, I could increase the speed until it was at the speed of the initial song. Again, changing the key of the song, especially great for vocalists. If you want to do your performance in a slightly different key, leave everything else in there, take yourself out and change the key. So there's lots of cool features with that. The next very cool thing about AMPOLLO is the fact that you can build the songs from scratch. So the idea is that you can record what you want by hitting the record button, whether it be video or audio. You've got your metronome down here to keep you in time. And again, you can make those changes that we spoke about. Now you have the plus button here where you can choose your previous recordings, and they all add to this project. So then you have the ability to turn down what you've done previously if you want to listen to it, or if you want to play along and layer harmonies and things like that, you're able to. You also have the option here for a fuse button, which enables you to add your videos together to create a cool fusing feature of the videos. And again, you can share that to our feed or out onto the rest of the internet. There's loads of great musicians really hanging out on here, and the AI is really helping you to separate those stems of 6 stems, layer your own music and get creative. So here we have a website called beethoven.ai, and this is basically generating music for you based on your emotional choice or your genre choice. So let me work through and show how that works. So you've got the option here to start with prompts or start with a genre. So let's do both. It will just name it something strange. So test Studiospares. Would like it to be 1 minute long, and I think medium tempo is a good time. So now I have my genre to choose from. So I might choose something such as indie. Then I can assign an emotion to that genre. So I might have kind of happy rock, depressing rock, calm rock, sad rock. Let's go for the sad rock. So it's going to compose the track. So what it's doing is it's taking all the information that it knows so far, and it's composing a rock track with a sad emotion attached to it. So here you can see the screen that it's pulled it in. Great for creators out there if you want to drag a video or a podcast in there. There's a few nice elements to it, but it sounds a bit strange. Up here you have the alternate tracks where you can kind of flick through, and then this will give you a whole new bunch of tracks as it recomposes it again based on your selections. Now, as it's doing this, you'll see on the right-hand side, you could download it. Once that's downloaded, you might pop it into something like AMPOLLO. If you wanted to separate the stems, then you could take out the drums and guitar. Maybe there's one element that you liked of it, for example. Here we have the option to create an emotion, so we can drop a cheerful emotion in. It's a little bit all over the place, but I'm sure it's going to keep learning and it's going to keep getting there. And it is an option. If there is a sound on it that you liked, like I said, you could always download it, separate the stems in AMPOLLO and play with that. Then we have a start with prompts. So let's based on that. So before we're choosing our genres and our kind of emotions, now we're going to physically type in what it is that we want to hear on the text base, and let's see what it does. I would say that this is, quite markedly more improved. This is much better. Let's see the other options. some interesting ones there. So this is, as you can see, we're quickly running through it, but if you were to really get into the especially description side of it, it could probably start to do quite a good job. Now, next up is Splice. I'm going to show you our Splice screen, which you can see here. So for those of you that might not know Splice, beforehand, it's been a library of sample packs that you can go through and choose the instrument, the key, the rhythm, the tone, all that kind of stuff. But what we've got now is something with AI helping us. So when you might have had to go through, listen to all those sample packs, listen to all those samples and think, well, this fits and that fits and the other fits, maybe I'll drag it into my DAW and I'll maybe need to adjust the song. Now AI is going to help you do it. So pick a style. Let's do synthwave. And it's now suggested tracks that go together. I think this is quite strange. Do a bit of hip hop. So what's good with this is these are actual samples and the computer is saying to you, hey, these guys go together because they're the same BPM, they're the same key, they fit together. So this is quite interesting. And as you can see, let's change the genre again, add some drums to it, solo those sections out. There's lots that you can do there. And as I said, because the AI is helping you put together the sample loops rather than creating its own, you can get quite a good response from something like this. And what really gets cool with Splice is that you're able to, I've saved it here as groovy lesson. So you're able to export it and then you've got the option to save it as an Ableton project, as the individual stems. So if I was to save it as an Ableton project, and then go to my downloads, and here I have all of the different stems within an Ableton project where I'm able to have my bass, my strings. It's already built that session out for me, which is really cool. I hope this little episode has helped to give a bit of an insight into some of the AI tools that are out there, how you might use them. We very quickly ran through them, but as you can see, there's lots that you can play with. In the next episode, we're going to ask AI to help us talk us through creating a song from scratch, creating lyrics, creating a concept, artwork. How do we do it and how do we share it with the world? So see you there.